After that recent part of your road trip, how's it feel to be back at home and get some rest?
Yeah, it's huge to be home, see the family and whatnot. So, yeah, great practice today, and the guys are feeling re-energized.
Were you starting to feel some road weariness there at the end of that trip?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, you don't want to make excuses, but we got to mature. We got to be ready to go on a long road trip and have success. So, I think we showed great growth at the start, but we got to learn to finish it off.
How tough has it been without Mark?
Yeah, it's been tough for sure, but I mean, it's nice to have Forsey back, and Levy's playing some good hockey right now too. So we have full trust in them.
How tough is it going to be without Travis for these days?
Yeah, it sucks. He's a warrior. He battles hard, so he battles through every injury. So it's tough. We're going to miss him for a while, but I'm sure he'll be back soon.
What's it been like playing back with the Super Patrick?
Yeah, it's huge. Huge to have him back. He's a big part of our team, and just a steady, consistent, presence on the back end. So, I'm excited to play with him again.
How long did it take to maybe build some chemistry between you two after it was?
Yeah, I mean, we're still working on it. He missed some good time, and I was playing with Hammer for a bit, so it's going to take some time. But I think just getting the reps in practice and just communicating with him.
What's the biggest difference between playing with Hammer and Travis?
One speaks really good English and the other doesn't. No, honestly, I think I learned a lot from Travis. I think communicating is the number one thing, yelling to your partner on the ice. And, if you look back on my first year, I probably didn't say a single word to him on the ice, so I feel like I've come a long way. But, Zuby and I are going to work on that.
And obviously as a pro, you got to be ready to play with whoever your partner is. But can you provide as much detail as you can about what it's like to be used to playing with a guy like him and then having to adjust mid-season to playing with another guy?
Yeah, it can be tricky. I think you want to build chemistry with somebody early, and especially in camp. So, it's fun a little bit being juggled around with different guys. But, like I said, I think Travis and I built some really good chemistry there, and Zuby and I have had a history too. So, there's no real problem there.
Also, I guess a question about tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be going for sure. I think we're texting the group chat. A few of the other USA guys are going to go. So, exciting group to watch, and hopefully they'll bring home the gold.
David and Amo they skated today, so that's a good sign. So anytime guys are skating, they're closer to returning to the team. Linus is still, I guess we call him week to week. Has not been on the ice yet, so Hammer's going to be out 2 to 4 weeks, and Jens was just not feeling well today.
Is there concern with the Mark injury this week to week? We were hoping when he left Edmonton that he was
Yeah, there's concern on everyone, but it is what it is. He's rehabbing and showing improvement, so that's a good sign.
What has to happen to get you to score more goals here? You were talking the other night about creating more offense.
Yeah, I mean, if it's you're mentally ready to win 2-1, but I think if you watch practice today, there was an emphasis on a lot of puck touches and getting a feel for the puck again. I don't think we've handled the puck very well recently, and for me, that's the first step. But there's a lot more in the NHL that goes into scoring goals than just making nice plays. I thought the Minnesota game, we did a real good job of going to the net, getting to the net. I thought didn't do as good a job in Dallas and St. Louis. Thought our energy dipped a little bit, and that's also part of creating offense.
Do you think this 2 days at home will do you some good? You looked a little road weary, I thought, the last.
I thought our energy looked a little low in the last 2 games, and I think when we're playing our best hockey, we have a lot of energy in our game. We play as 5-man units, and if you've got some guys that aren't quite up to speed, it's not going to be a connected group.
Much as the puck touches in mind here, single out one guy. I know it's not fair, but Tim Stützle's game, where is it at right now? He's done 3 games, I think, without a shot.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic of him, but I think there is certain parts of the year where everyone goes through, call it slump, call it, whatever you want to, where they're not getting points and it's not going their way. But that's part of the season. That's part of adversity, part of the challenges that you go through during the season. Every player has it, and I'm not concerned about it, but that's just part of the grind. And as a young player, Tim's got to work through that grind.
Is that something that you address or have maybe an assistant coach talk to him?
We have a lot of dialogue between all our players, and I'd like to think that we've had good communication with Timmy about his game, much like every other player. We don't treat him specifically, but whenever we think a certain player's game is not where it needs to be, there is a lot of dialogue between myself or the assistant coaches and as individuals and as a whole team.